in a race, and I work here at the Chabad, and I met Mayan and Ash a few years ago, and I love them so much that I decided to do an interview with them, because usually I don't. I was born in Ukraine, Vinnytsia. It's 300 kilometers from Kyiv. We left home in 1989 and come to United States in 1990. So it took us 4 months. We were on the road, we were a refugee, and we wanted to come for our future, for the future of our kids, with the only idea to learn new life. And as of right now, we study, we went through a lot, and my husband is a finance manager in a dealership, and I'm here rabbi's assistant at the Chabad. I love my job. I love communicate with people and help people. As far as Judaism, my family was very Jewish. Even in Ukraine, when we have to hide, and my grandmother was keeping all the traditions, and I remember that she was always hiding when she lighting candles at the Shabbat, when she keeping high holidays. As of now, my kids have their own families. They're very successful. And thanks God, my husband, after 10 years being very, very sick, he survived the cancer, he survived the kidney transplant, and this is when I come to Judaism. He was very, very sick. For me, as a wife, was very important what I can do for him. So I started doing Shabbats, and it's give me such a relief, because this is how I can talk to God. And I believe in power of prayer. I believe in power of Jewish woman and Jewish mother. We have such a strength that with our beliefs and our good wishes, we can do so much for our family.
Can you share a little bit more about the story of your husband?
10 years ago, he got the kidney disease, and he was put on a dialysis, and he go through dialysis, 8.5 years on dialysis, with 9 major surgeries. There was so many obstacles in life that we have to go through to go to the time when he was eligible for kidney transplant. I called the rabbi, and he took all mezuzahs down. I came to rabbi's house, and his wife Adel opened the door for me, and I hand her mezuzahs, and she said, "Inna, do you want to write a letter to Lubavitch Rebbe grave?" So this evening, we have friends at our house, and we had a dinner. And as we were sitting at the dinner table, my daughter-in-law called me, and she said, "I have a friend here. I was just tell her your guy's story, and she's ready to give give Peter a kidney, and she's the same blood type." It was such a shock. It was such a amazing news. We both start crying, me and my husband, because it was so unexpected. So I get her on the phone. I start asking her, "Are you serious? Are you really ready to do it? Because it will give us such a hope. You giving life. It's not just you giving kidney, you're giving life." So 5 months later, we both go to the hospital, and my husband have a new kidney. It's been 1.5 years ago, and I really strong believe that you're not just going to pray and ask God when you need it. You have to do it always. When you start it, you can't stop. So I really, really have it in my heart. Maybe I'm not always doing correctly, but I really, really trying.
Wow.
You have questions? I don't know what to come up with.
Wow, Inna, thank you.
Sure.
So you feel that this story of all the miracles that happened with your husband was what opened your connection to...
Yes, I 100%, because first of all, it started for years while he was on the dialysis with me keeping the Shabbat, but then we changed mezuzahs and I call Rabbi, and it's like as soon as Rabbi said you have to change mezuzah, and I remove old mezuzahs from my house and give it to Rabbi, it's all start happening. And this is like open the doors for us, because it's just unbelievable.
Did you ever imagine that in Russia you would be able to celebrate Judaism so openly?
No, because everything was in hiding. When we were taking my grandma to high holidays in a little shul, the next day after high holidays, after Rosh Hashanah, my husband was called and they said to him, we know that you were there and we know what you were doing there and you're not supposed to do that. But my husband was pretty strong-minded about it, and he said, okay, if you feel this way, you can fire me, but I will do what my heart is calling me to do. Yeah, it's a lot of stories like that we were watching, so we shouldn't keep our practices.
Do you feel that in the US it's easier for you?
Oh, definitely. Of course. It's 100%.
And your kids and your grandkids today know that they're Jewish?
All of them know they're Jewish. My kids, when we came to United States, they both had the bar mitzvahs. They both have a bris. Of course, they were a little bit older than supposed to, but we couldn't do back in Russia. But here we found the Jewish doctor and rabbi who was supervising it.
So Inna,
are we done?
No, almost. So when do you feel Jewish?
My younger son just moved to another state as well, and the first things I called him, I said, Leo, make sure that you have mezuzahs on your door, make sure that you protect it. And yes, I would say all the time, if my mother can only knew where I am and what I'm doing, she would be extremely happy. But to tell you the truth, she probably knows, and she probably bring me here. So she's my strongest guardian angel.
Wow.
As well mothers. This is what Jewish mothers do. And I really believe that it's a very special for women just to be a Jewish mother. This is the number one for a Jewish woman.
Wow.
Yeah.
Inna, thank you.
Sure.
Do you want to add anything?
Yes, life is good. You just have to believe in good things. And I also truly believe all my life, when people have God in their soul and in their heart, they cannot do bad things like lie, steal, do bad things to other people. I truly believe in it, that when you have God in your heart, you will always do the right thing. And especially right now, my first prayer when my husband got sick was, God, please guide me to do the right thing. Please guide me. That's true.
Do you feel that he guided you?
Yes. And when I have any kind of problems, it doesn't have to be health, anything. And when I'm praying over the candlelight on Shabbos, I always ask forgiveness first for if I did something wrong, knowingly or not knowingly. The second of all, I will always pray for the good things and for guidance. Please, God, help. What is the right things to do? And I want to be good daughter, good wife, good mother, good grandmother, good mother-in-law for my 2 girls, and good sister, good aunt, and all good. Please, God, guide me how to do it right.
Amen.
Amen.